Conditioning is one of the most neglected but important things in running, and it's something I feel that new runners don't know too much about. This video aims to explain why you should implement a conditioning program and gives you detailed guidance on how to structure a conditioning session within an overall running plan. Let's start with why you should do conditioning in the first place, for which there are two main reasons. One is that it is excellent for injury prevention as it strengthens your muscles and tendons, allowing them to handle more strain. Most injuries happen due to your body being too weak to handle the strain caused by too much exercise. This degrades the muscle over time, eventually to the point where it will pop, leading to a strain or something more serious like a tear. That's why physiotherapists often assess you by seeing how strong the affected muscle is compared to the rest of your body. Large imbalances or weaknesses in the muscle indicate an injury. It's also why their main prescription will be stretches and exercises to help strengthen the muscle. If you make your body stronger, it will help you sustain more training load and reduce the chances your body will break down, which is why conditioning is so important. The other is that it increases your power and general endurance as a runner, which is especially useful if you're a cross-country or trail runner. Quite simply, if your body is stronger, it can handle a greater exercise load, meaning you can run faster. And as trail running involves hilly terrain and uneven surfaces, it's being more aggressive on your body compared to flat road running, which means you'll be using your muscles more. Building up strength for this stuff with conditioning makes it extra beneficial for trail runners. Now, if you're just starting out running, I personally don't think you need to worry too much about conditioning. This is because you are already making significant strength gains with your running, as your body is adapting to a completely new training stimulus. I'd say if you're running more than 15 kilometers a week, your energy is better spent just running as opposed to worrying about a weight session. However, once you start getting into that 15 kilometer and beyond mark, I'd say it's probably worth looking at least a basic conditioning program. And I personally don't think that you should start off with weights. You should do bodyweight exercises which allow you to build base strength and learn proper form. Because the caveat with conditioning is that you can easily injure yourself if you jump into a weight session without proper technique. I would suggest 1 to 2 sessions a week, which would collectively cover a full body workout. Exercises should focus on the core, which comprises your abs, lower back and pelvis. And of course you should make sure you're also exercising the primary muscles in your legs, which are your calves, glutes, hamstrings and quads. Good core exercises include press-ups, plank and sit-ups, and good leg exercises include squats, lunges, glute bridges, and amongst many others of course. Be sure to also include exercises that work less used muscles in running, such as your shoulders and arms. One thing that's important to know about your body is that every muscle and tendon is connected to each other in some way, which means that any weaknesses or injuries in muscles can have a ripple effect. I've had back injuries before which were linked to my Achilles. Because my Achilles was injured, it was forcing my hip to compensate, which was linked to my lower back. And that's why strengthening those lesser used muscles are still important for general injury prevention. It stops the injury from spreading further. In targeting these primary muscles, you will also build strength in the associated tendons, as many exercises that build muscle strength also build tendon strength. For instance, calf raises are excellent for building calf strength, but further strengthen the tendons in the ankle and Achilles, reducing your chance of injury. So combining that together, let's say a person running 20 kilometers, or as Word puts it, twice the cruising altitude of a jet, wanted to do one conditioning session a week. Their session could look something like this. There could be 1 minute rest in between exercises, and the exercises alternate between core and leg based exercises to maximize recovery between the muscle groups. This is simply a broad suggestion, so if it's too easy or too hard, do some experimentation and see what works for you. You could try searching for easier or harder variations of the exercises or reducing a recovery time. For instance, changing standard squats to jump squats in your program. Once you get into that 30 kilometer range, it's probably worth doing 2 sessions a week. It may also be worth exploring adding weights into your program, as many athletes find that this amplifies all of the aforementioned benefits. That being said, many elite athletes find the benefits of weights are offset by lengthy recovery times and stick to purely bodyweight exercises.
And I was speaking to some of the boys and they do exercises, but it's all bodyweight exercises. So if people have seen on my Strava, I'm doing 2 sets of 18 different exercises, no weights. So I'm doing some core work, so it could be plank, sit-ups. So it's all basic stuff, just bodyweight.
I also want to mention again that it's very important you get your form correct, as it's very easy to injure yourself using weights. Ultimately, you have to experiment and see what works best for you. A nice tip if you want a personalized program and someone looking at your form could be a personal trainer who offers free one-to-one coaching. Oftentimes they'll hold a session and give a program with the hopes that you will return for paid sessions in the future. If you don't want to do this, you can use tutorials to understand proper form and record yourself so you can compare your technique against the gold standard. Your weight sessions will involve similar exercises to the bodyweight circuit, but with added weights to build extra strength. As a general rule, the weight session should be roughly 70 to 80% of your effort level. This is enough to stimulate muscle gains whilst keeping the risk of injury relatively low. Not going all out in each strength session is also key to recovering, as doing 2 strength sessions on top of maybe running 4 to 5 times a week can make it very difficult to recover. Now on to the final question, which is how you should structure your conditioning program around your overall running plan. General advice is that you put strength sessions on harder days of your training plan. This may seem counterintuitive, but if you put your strength work on your easy days, then you'd be doing a high effort level workout most days of the week, a surefire way to get injured. I want to emphasize, however, that this is just general advice. Some people don't have the time to do a hard session and a strength session on the same day. Some people may even feel better doing strength sessions on their easy days. This is where you need to experiment with what works best for you. Treat this guidance as a starting point and shape it to your routine and your own body. But thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave comments below in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer any questions you have. I mean, I'm not a trained PT, but I'll do my best obviously. Thank you very much again for watching and happy training.